Have you ever felt overwhelmed by exams, peer pressure, social media, or the constant race to prove yourself? If you're a student, chances are the answer is a loud yes. In today's world, stress, anxiety, and burnout are not exceptions. They're often the norm. But what if there was a simple yet powerful philosophy that could help you navigate all this with clarity and inner peace? That's where Stoicism comes in. Born over 2,000 years ago, Stoicism was practiced by Roman emperors, slaves, soldiers, and philosophers alike. But it's not some dusty relic of the past. Stoicism is as relevant today, perhaps even more so, as it was back then. In fact, it's a life manual tailor-made for the modern generation. And if you're a student looking for focus, emotional control, resilience, and a deeper sense of purpose, Stoicism might just be the game changer you've been searching for. Let's start with what Stoicism really is. It's not about suppressing emotions or becoming cold and detached, as some people think. It's about mastering your mind, understanding what you can control, and letting go of what you can't. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it, we suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. In simpler terms, it's not the exam, the breakup, or the rejection that ruins us. It's our reaction to it. And this distinction changes everything. At its core, Stoicism teaches 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is knowing what's worth your time and energy. Courage is showing up and doing the right thing, even when it's hard. Justice is treating others fairly and kindly, and temperance is about balance, not overdoing or underdoing anything. Simple ideas, life-changing impact. Now let's connect this to student life. The modern student is constantly bombarded with information, expectations, distractions, and decisions. You're told to get straight A's, have a social life, maintain perfect mental health, and plan your entire future, all at once. Social media adds another layer of pressure. Highlight reels of others' lives can make you feel like you're always falling behind. This constant comparison breeds self-doubt. That's where Stoicism shines. It helps you step back and ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, like someone else's opinion of you, or the outcome of an exam after you've done your best, you let it go. You stop wasting mental energy on things you can't influence. And if the answer is yes, like your study habits, your attitude, your preparation, you focus your full attention there. That's the Stoic mindset. For instance, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic writer, kept a journal, what we now call meditations, where he reminded himself to stay grounded, humble, and disciplined. Imagine this man, ruling the most powerful empire on earth, writing things like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Now imagine applying that during exam season. Instead of panicking about results, you remind yourself, "I'm doing my part. I can't control the curve, the grading, or other students. I can only control my preparation and my mindset." That shift reduces anxiety and increases focus. Another powerful Stoic practice is negative visualization. It sounds strange, but it works. The idea is, imagine losing what you take for granted: your health, your family, your ability to study. This doesn't make you depressed, it actually makes you grateful. Suddenly, having a chance to learn, to grow, even to fail and try again, becomes a privilege. As Seneca said, "He who has learned to contemplate the worst has robbed future misfortunes of their power." Think about how this applies to academic life. Fear of failure often paralyzes us, but when you mentally prepare for setbacks, they don't shatter you. You become anti-fragile, stronger through adversity. Now let's talk about one of the most practical Stoic habits, the the dichotomy of control. Draw two circles on a page. In one, write everything you can control: your thoughts, your actions, your routines. In the other, write what you can't: other people's opinions, results, the past. Every day, ask yourself, am I staying in my circle of control? If you're obsessing over likes on social media or an awkward conversation from last week, you're wasting energy. If you're focusing on waking up early, reading, working out, and being kind, you're in the right zone. This daily check-in can change the quality of your entire life. Let's also address emotions. Stoicism doesn't ask you to ignore them, it asks you to understand them. When you're angry, sad, or anxious, Stoicism teaches you to pause and ask, is this emotion helping or harming me? It encourages you to observe your feelings without being consumed by them. Imagine having the ability to stay calm during arguments, to respond with clarity during a panic attack, to take criticism without breaking down. That's Stoic strength, not emotionlessness, but emotional intelligence. And what about meaning? Many students feel lost, unsure of their path. Stoicism doesn't give you a specific purpose, but it helps you find one. It asks, what kind of person do you want to be? Not in 5 years, but today, in your actions, in how you treat people, in how you handle stress. That's purpose, not some grand plan, but living with intention, moment to moment. And in doing so, you slowly build a meaningful life. Let's put this into a real-world scenario. You're up late studying. You're exhausted. The deadline is close. Panic creeps in. A Stoic would take a breath and say, I'm doing what I can. This is within my control. I will focus, do my best, and accept the rest. No complaining, no drama, just discipline and presence. That mindset builds resilience. Over time, you stop getting thrown around by every wave. You become like a rock in the surf, still, grounded, strong. In closing, Stoicism is not about being perfect. It's about progress. It's not about being emotionless. It's about being emotionally wise. It's not about controlling the world. It's about mastering yourself. And that is something the modern generation, especially students, desperately needs. Imagine a world where you're not constantly comparing yourself, not overwhelmed by uncertainty, not driven by fear, but anchored in values, focused on your effort, and able to face life's chaos with calm. That world starts with one choice: to live by principles rather than pressure. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life, and it might just be the key to surviving and thriving in the modern age.